Okay, so this is the third part of my series where I'm creating a chess library in C++. So in this video, first of all, this is my YouTube channel. It's called Night Coder. I have already uploaded two videos in this series. You could go to the playlist section and you could see building a chess library in C++. Open source contribution. Okay, so before watching this video, make sure you watch these two videos first. So let's just come to our today's video. uh, First of all, creating a board. So if you remember, like we have created a constructor named board which have an default FEN value, which is a starting FEN, starting position FEN. Okay, so we have to write some code to convert FEN string to the above members. So we have to convert this string to these members. That's what we have to do. Okay. So what is an FEN? So FEN stands for, this thing notation, and it is a standard notation used to describe the current position of pieces on a chessboard. FEN is often employed in chess software databases and publication to represent wait a minute to represent a specific board position. So obviously I use ChatGPT to write all this. Okay, so the FEN string consists of 6 fields separated by spaces. Each field provides information about a specific aspect of the position. The fields in order are as follow. Okay, so basically FEN is a string of 6 parts where each part is separated by an space. Okay, so the first part would contain piece placement, the second part would contain active color, the third part would contain castling rights, the fourth part would contain impatient, the fifth part would contain half move clock, and the sixth part would contain full move number, sorry. Okay, so let's just see what these mean. So piece placement describes the placement of pieces on each rank starting from the 8th rank and moving to the 1st rank. Each piece is represented by a single letter K for king, capital Q for queen, like this. Uppercase letters represents white pieces and lowercase letters represent black pieces. Okay. Empty squares are denoted by numbers indicating the count of consecutive empty squares. So what do we mean by this? Okay, so let us come to a board. So if you look at this board FEN, let me just zoom in. What yeah, I think, yeah, this is fine. So if we look at this board FEN, there's a black rook, then a black knight, then a black bishop, then a black queen. Similarly, you can see a black rook, a black knight, a black bishop, a black queen. So basically, this goes like this, then this, and you get the point. How it work. Okay. This backslash, not backslash, actually a slash, represents that we go to the next rank. Okay, so from 8th rank, if we want to go to the 7th rank, we use this slash symbol. Okay, so there are 8 pawns, and you can see that for these rows, not this row, for these rows, there's just a number which is 8888. So the empty squares are represented by number, like we see in the definition. Okay, then there's white pieces, capital pawns, then yeah. So this is the first part of the FEN. That's how the FEN works. Now, what the second part is? So the second part is active color. So what do you mean by active color? Which means is it black move or is it white move? Okay. Like it says, specifies whether it is white's move or black's turn to move. Okay. So like if we see in the FEN, you could see there's W, which means it's currently white move. If I go to the, okay, it is an analysis board. So if I move something, now in this position, it's black move and there's B. Okay, perfect. Now let's just come back. Uh, yeah. Now castling availability indicates the castling rights for both sides. Each letter in this field represents a specific castling right. Capital K for kingside castling, capital Q for queenside castling for white. Small k for black kingside castling, small q for black queenside castling. A hyphen used if there is no castling right available. Okay, so I think it is self-explanatory. Now, in-person target square represents the target square for an in-person capture. If there is no potential in-person capture, a hyphen this is used. Okay, so I think this is also, you understand this also. So what is an in-person? Let's say e4 c5, we played e5, then opponent plays d5. So pay close attention to the FEN. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so currently there is an hyphen, but as soon as black plays this, there's a d6 square, which means in person is available on d6 square. Okay, so that's the entire point of this. Okay, so what else is there? Hmm. Half move clock records the number of half moves ply since the last capture pawn move. This information is crucial for enforcing the 50 move rule. So this is basically used for 50 move rule. Now a sixth is full move number, represents the number of the current full moves. It is incremented after black's move, and a full move consists for both white and black making a move. Okay, so I think you understand what does that mean. So I think now we should write some code. Let's just go to a Visual Studio Code. Uh, Now let's just write some code. Wait a second, let me just increase my brightness. Yeah, perfect. So first we have to do something to, separate these separated into substrings. So what we're gonna do is hashtag include, wait a minute, I think my voice is clear. Okay, hashtag include uh hashtag include s stream. I think s stream is correct. Now here we are gonna write uh you know what, let me just see the syntax. uh, how to convert an string to substrings in C++. Okay. Geeks for Greeks. Now, what the hell? Not like that. Let me just use ChatGPT for this. I think ChatGPT would be a better move. Okay, so ChatGPT. Now there's it. Not this one, but yeah, this one. So I'm going to include SSStream. Yeah, correct, SSStream. Now with SSStream, I need to do is, wait a minute, SSStream std string input equals to what a string is string stream. Okay, so is string stream. Let's come back to our code. Std is string stream. Did I write it correct? Uh, okay, there's just one S, not two S's, but just one S. String stream. What is this? Is input. ISS, it's a function. Input, not input actually, FEN. Okay, now vector tokens. Instead of token, we're gonna write std vector of std string. We would call it modified FEN. Okay, now we would write do. We would write a do while loop while ISS. Okay, so what should we do? Let me just std string subs ISS this, then okay, let me just copy this. Control plus C, copy. Okay, now just paste it here for my document. Now instead of tokens, we're gonna write modified FEN. Yeah, perfect, I guess. Now, just to test this, I'm just going to return. Should I return it? I mean, I have to check this somehow. So what should I do? What should I do? Yeah, let me just return. What should I return? Modified FEN. Wait, I can't return it, then. Okay, what the fuck? So I have to like create an IO string. Like I have to check if this is working properly. I think it should work properly, so I'm not going to run some tests. Now we have a modified FEN here. So now we need to set up a board. Uh, that's gonna be tough. And also after some thought, I think it should be 33 instead of 32 because the zeroth index of both white pieces and black pieces would be empty. Okay, so it has to be a 33. Okay, so how should I write this code? Uh, it's complicated to be honest. Okay. Hmm. So first we need to like set up a board. Okay. So board, I have to like write it here. It is going to like go from 0707, then what the hell? You know what? It's a bit complicated. So for that reason, I am going to create uh an int 2D board 2D. Okay, which would be in 2D board because it's like much simpler. 8 by 8. Then later I'm going to flatten it. Okay, so for now we're gonna use a for loop for int int s equals to 0, s less than modified FEN 0 dot length and s plus plus. It's going to be a function, okay? I think it's a function. Now that's the for loop. So what it's going to do is, so this is the first part of FEN. So it's going to iterate in each index. That is what it's gonna do. Instead of this, I should use something else. What should it be? What should it be? Uh, yeah, I think instead of writing it like this, I'm going to like write char s. Now this modified FEN 0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this would work. So now each character would get here. Now what else should I do? What else should I do? Now uh, there should be some constant values like int I equals to currently I, instead of I should write like files and ranks. So file, the default file would be an A file and we could write A as 0. Yeah, 0. And rank would be rank equals to 7. We are gonna call the 8th rank 7. Okay. So I think this is fine for now. Yeah, it should be fine. So char s modified FEN. Now we have to like use a switch case. Okay, so switch expression would be our s case. Now we have to like write different cases. So yeah, case would be our, what if it is a rook, small capital rook. Now how should I start it? With a pawn. Okay, with a pawn. If it's a pawn, then for 2D first file or what? Let me just think. Let me think. First should be our IJ. First should be a row. Okay. I mean rank. Board rank, then file equals to, it's a pawn, so we should like give it some value. So how should we give it a value? For now, let's just write it a 1. Now I have to create some, some shit. I have to create some shit to like give it a piece ID or whatnot. What the hell? So for doing that, what the hell? What the hell? There should also be an int counter for piece ID. Piece ID. Which would like equals to 0. First would be equals to 0. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So it would be equal to piece ID. Okay. Piece ID. And now it's a black. So like black pieces. In black pieces, piece ID dot piece type or index. Type or index. I have to actually update both. I would update the vision later. So type piece would be equals to piece type. What the hell? Piece type double inverted comma upon. Yeah, now just control plus T. Instead of piece type, we would use index. So what index gonna be? We have to calculate that. So it's a 2D, so we have to convert the 2D into 1D. We have to convert this 2D into 1D. So if file is 0, if rank is 7, first I have to multiply it by rank. Rank multiply by 8 plus rank multiply by 8 plus file. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, yep, this is perfect. Yeah, perfect. Rank multiply by 8 plus file. Okay, to make it more clear, I'm going to use brackets here. Okay. Okay, this should be fine. I think this should be fine. Now, piece version we would update it later. So that's all. Now I just have to like control plus T, all of this. How many pieces? Like, I guess one more. So if case is equals to a small n, which stands for a knight. If it's a knight, then piece ID, and yeah, one thing more, piece ID plus plus. Piece ID plus plus. This is very important step. Okay. So this now again piece ID plus plus. Now black equals to, instead of pawn, it's going to be a knight. So a knight. Now yeah, same. Now instead of knight, now we would use bishop. Same thing. Now piece ID plus plus, piece ID plus plus. Now again, instead of a pawn, we would like use bishop. Now the same thing. Now we would use a rook. Now piece ID plus plus, piece ID plus plus. Now black piece ID equals to piece type equals to rook. Now that's fine too. Now it's going to be a queen, then a king. So a queen, piece ID plus plus, piece ID plus plus. Now it's going to be a queen, queen. Yeah, perfect. Now there's going to be a small k, which stands for black king. Black king, and yeah, piece ID equals, yeah, piece type would be a king. Okay, so piece type would be king, and piece ID plus plus. How could I forget that? Piece ID plus plus. Yeah. Now I am going to copy paste this entire thing. Control plus T. Yeah. Now instead of small p, it's going to be like capital P. Now after capital P, instead of black pieces, it's going to be white piece. White pieces. Similarly here, white pieces. Now I have to repeat this over and over. So it is going to be a capital N. Black piece, no. White piece, yes. You know what? Let me just alt, 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 mm, alt, alt. I'm just selecting all of this. Now I'm just going to write white pieces. Yeah. Now instead of a knight, instead of, there will be a capital bishop. Now capital rook, which means white rook, now white queen, now white king. Yeah, perfect. So piece id plus plus, yeah, piece type, yeah, perfect. Now what else do I need to do? Now another case would be case uh, uh what else could it be? Yeah, case this. If we ever find this, then what should we do? If we find this, our file would be equals to 0. Yeah, let me just write it. File equals to 0 and rank equals minus equals to 1. Well, rank minus minus, yeah. Rank minus minus. Yeah, perfect. A slash would do this. Is there something else that a slash do? I don't think so. Yeah, that's all that it do. And we would also like write a break statement. Break. Now else or default, not default, like else. There should be an else there, right? Else, okay, there's no else, it's like default. So default, which means it's going to be a number. So we're going to like write int num equals to s two int there is a function like s2i. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's definitely s2i, but how is it s2i? There's a function like this. Is it in JavaScript or what? I forgot. Like, let's just write it as s minus 0. Yeah, this should work as well. Yeah, this should work. Like, if there's 1, then 1, yeah, it's gonna be 1. Yeah, it's perfect. So we would receive int number. Now what should I do? File file plus equals to num. File plus equals to num. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. Let's say s is 1, then there's 1, then file would get plus 1. Yeah, looks great to me. Now doing all this would just create a board. Now we need to flatten it and the empty square would receive a value of 0. Yeah, I have to like do something for empty. So in default, can I do this? I have to use a for loop. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I think it's worth a shot. So let's just try it. Let me just write a for loop. It's gonna be a one-liner. So for int i equals to file. Uh, yeah, I think int I equals to file. Now I should be less than file plus num. So let's say num is equals to 1, then this would only, yeah, yeah, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, if it is true, then yeah. Then I plus plus And here I'm gonna write like board 2D, board 2D, what was it, file or rank? Uh, yeah, rank file, okay. So rank, now the file would be not file, Mm, I gonna equal to piece type, piece type empty, piece type empty. Yeah, well, I should just write 0. Yep, perfect. So this is how it's gonna work. So what does it do is it would create our board. Okay, so not now actually, not now, not now. Now I have to flatten the board. So how I'm gonna do this? So mm, for int I equals to 0, and I know like I could do it directly. There's no need for like a 2D array. But the thing is, throughout chess engine, we are going to run this function for once. So there's like there's no harm in using this if this function is full. There's just no harm. So int I equals to 0, I less than 8, I plus plus. Now similar thing with for uh, for int j equals to 0, j less than 8, now j plus plus. I think I would represent our rows, so it should be 8. It should be 8 and it should be greater than 0. Should it be 8 or 7? Wait a minute, yeah, it should be 7, and it should be like greater than or equals to 0 and I minus minus. I minus minus. Now for j, which would be our file, it would be start with 0. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah. Now, now we have to actually install a count variable int count 1d equals to 0. So board count 1d would be equals to board 2d I comma j, ij, and now count 1d plus plus. Yeah, I think I know it could be like very modified, but there's no need. Maybe you guys could do and write the modified code in the comment section, or you could also create a pull request. This is your homework. Okay, now this much is done. Now we have our board filled. Now what else should we do? What else should we do? We have to like do this castle in person 50 move. There's a lot, there's a lot. uh, let's just do it. So we have to like know castle. Okay, so for that maybe I should like use a for loop again. So for char s in modified FEN, in modified FEN1, not 1, not 1, in 2. And yeah, now I realize I forgot to like use turn. So there's going to be an int turn. Okay, int turn. Uh, White would be like equals to 1, and if it's black, then it's going to be n minus 1. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Modified to yeah. Now again a switch. Yeah, maybe I should use switch. Switch S. Now how we write a switch case statement? Yeah, like this. Case capital king. So what it's gonna do is or castling, right? Like where is it? Castle. So our castle index 0 would be equals to true. Okay, so it's gonna be true. Uh, case equals to this, then yeah, it's gonna be true. Now let's just copy paste it. Now if it's gonna be like capital Q, then this one is gonna be true. If it is small k, then this 2 is gonna be 2. If it is like small q, then this 3 is gonna be true. Okay, yeah. If nothing, like if nothing, then what should I do? What should I do? Like the basic default value should be false. So this much is fine. I should also like add a break statement. I mean, there's like no big need of this, but still, let's just add a break statements. Break. Break. Okay. So the default value should be like false. To do that, how could it be false? False, 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 false. Yeah, I think this should do. This should done the job. Now it would work, and here let me just type if modified FEN 1 is equals to white, then turn equals to 1. Okay, else turn equals to -1. Yep. Now we update the turn. There's error somewhere. Where is it? Okay. Ah, it's gonna be a string. Oh, my bad, my bad. Yeah, now there shouldn't be an error. Yeah, perfect. Now I need to like set the 50 moves. Ah, it's going to be annoying. So how am I gonna set the 50 move? Uh, Maybe instead of float, I should like just make it an int. You know, It should be far better in that way. So instead of float, make it an int. Okay. Now, what was the fourth part? Let me just see it. Fourth would be in person target square. Okay. Okay. So did I add in person here? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So mm, if if modified FEN index 3 is equals to hyphen, then we would like just break or like continue. If it is not, yeah, then okay, it should be a string. I always forget that. Equals to like the string, then what should I do? In percent equals to -1. Okay, else in percent should be equal to, there should be like a function which should convert square name to index. Yeah, let me just write a function. Should it be a class function? No, not actually. So I just try define a function here. Int uh, square name to index. It would accept an std string. It would accept an std string as a parameter, which would be name square. Okay, and it's going to like return some integer value. For now, let's just assume it as 0. We're gonna create it later. Okay, so in percent square to int index. Now int index would be what is an int index? Yeah, modified FEN. It should be a string, so it's gonna be 3. Yeah, perfect, I guess. Now just a backslash. Yeah. Now, what was the fifth one? The fifth one, half move clock. Okay, so it's actually really cold. Okay, so 50 move equals to 50 move equals to, there's a little bit problem. S2I, there should be a function like string to number. Like there should be a function like that. Wait a minute. String to int in C++. Convert string to int in C++. So string here, num here. Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, string to I. So int position equals to 0 and pace equals to 10. Okay, so S2I is a function. Yeah, great. I knew it, like s2y is a function, but it is not recommending it. So what was it? Modified FEN. Now here's gonna be 4 or 5. Yeah, 4. Okay, so that would be 50 moves. What else do we need? Yeah, nothing. That's it for now. So what things did we just updated? So let us go here. So we updated a board, castle in pass and 50 move. Now we need to do something about material balance. We also update turn. FEN is already there, and white pieces. Yeah, we have to like do something about pieces, and yeah, we need to change pieces and material balance. So yeah, maybe in the next video we will do this. So yeah, that's all for the today's video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. If there's any question, please ask in the comment section. And like you can see, like there I leave some gaps, square name to index function, and there's also I leave some gap here also, which is how I'm going to update these parameters. So if you want, you could, write these and give me a pull request in my GitHub, or you could optimize this code. Like I already know that some of the code here, like it is not very optimized. So if you want, you could do that. So that's all for the today's video. Signing off.